myself Mariam Ali. Today I am going to explain you about the control circuit for a vending machine. So basically the vending machine is the automation of a shops. Like if we are providing some type of currency to the machine, then we are going to receive some kind of thing that we want from this vending machine. Vending machine can be of any, like for cards, for the tickets, for canteens, for products, different products. So here this is a small design of a vending machine that going to give us a pack of candy. So basically how this vending machine is going to work, we are going to provide some nickel and dimes coin inside this vending machine, and then we get a pack of candy if these nickel and dimes insertion gives 15 cent coins. That if we insert 15 cents, then we get a pack of candy. But if we insert more than that, then the machine returns the difference. But if we insert less than this, then the machine going to wait there that we insert more to get this pack of candy. So when we get this pack of candy, then if we have more money, then the machine going to return it. Otherwise the machine going to return us nothing, but it just returned the pack of candy. After getting this whole process, the machine going to get back to its original state where from it starts, that it has no money inside it. So basically here this is a block diagram of a vending machine that I drawn here. This is a place coin insertion where two type of coins I can insert in my vending machine. One is the nickel, other is the dime. This is the input area. So basically in this vending machine diagram, I'm going to restrict something, that I'm not going to provide this nickel and dime at the same time. One is provided at the same time, or nickel is provided or a dime is provided, but both coins are not inserted at the same time. So this is a restriction in my vending machine circuit. In this block diagram, a whole process is going to get this pack of candy and a change mechanism. As we know in the binary that 1 represents true and the 0 represents false. So here is the same case, that if we get a 1 at y, then we get a candy. Candy is received. If we get 0, then no candy. Or we can say that our money is not inserted completely, that is 15 cents. Further, what about the change mechanism? So basically, if we provide here, as we said that nickel is 5 cents, 10 cents, sorry, 10 cents, and the dime is, if we insert some coins here, like if we insert first 5 cents, then again 5 cents, then still here it is 0, here it is 0 also, cause total this is 10 cents, which is not enough for us to return any change and return any candy. But if we insert a 5 cent in this 10 cents, then we going to get a candy here, so this get 1. But as the price is full, so there is no change. But if we provide 10 cents with these 10 cents, then we're going to get a candy, but as it is 20 cents, so it's going to get us a difference here and provide us a change of 5 cents. So this is how this block diagram works. And if we are going to provide this 1 cent, we're going to provide both at the same time, then our machine does not going to work here, as it is already restricted that it's not going to accept both coins at the same time. In this, only penny can be provided. Like, we can also say that only coins can be inserted in this vending machine, no other thing. Like rupees, or we can say in the pennies form. Otherwise, so as I can also set my conditions here, that all one is inserted at a time, N or D. So for only one clock cycle. When a coil has inserted, pennies are not acceptable, or the further that I think already explained above, that is equal to 0. When we get 0 here, it means that the no return. If we get 1, it means that we get a change here, that we insert more than the machine demand. Now further, let's go to that. Now how to form a circuit by using the state diagram here. So as we know, there are two type of state diagram machines. One is Moore, another is Milli. So we are going to describe both here and going to select a best method. So this is just a convention that how we are going to write a Moore machine and how we are going to write a Milli machine. So this is the difference between the notation of these two machines. So here, first I implement a Moore machine state diagram. In this state diagram, we can see some symbols here. Let me get you familiar to it. Like this N represent as nickel, this D represent as dimes here. So now, and this is the reset button here, as we are going to further explain that how we are. Now I am only as our conditions defined here, so we are just making a state diagram on our points only. Not here, there is no circuit or not any table which we are going to implement. So this is a diagram. Here there is a machine is empty here, that nothing is provided to it. Now further, a nickel coin is provided, and a nickel coin is of 15 5 cents here is provided to it. Then the machine is at is 0 0. Here I represent that it is represented as Y and Z. So this represent Y and Z, as 5 cents is only provided, so no candy return and no change return. Here also we are provided more 5 cents than the total 10 cents form, but still no candy and a no change. Now a further 5 cent is provided here, but here we can see that a YZ is represented as 1 0. So 1 means a candy is given to us as 15 cents are completed, but no more than that, so there is no change here. Further, if we look at this dime here, then if we are at stop here, we're going to stop here the thing, not going this condition, we are going at this condition. This cycle is just defining the conditions that if we are not going there, then we are going there. So if we not choose that way, we are not going to provide nickel after that, we are going to provide dimes after that. We are providing 2 5 cents nickel. Now we are going to provide a 10 cents 9, but here if we provide a 10 cents to a 10 cents, then it get 20 cents. So here, as you can see, 1 1. So 1 1 is a thing that we are going to return a candy, and a change will also return of 5 cents. So this is how this whole circuits work here, and if, as we can see that it going to represent 1 2 3 4 and 5 states. The Moore machine required us 5 states. Further, this is a milli machine. So for this milli machine, I am going to show you 1 second. As this milli machine contains only 3 states, as we can see that 5 states and 3 states. So we are going to use this milli machine. Let's get to this milli machine. Here are 3 states: S0, S1, and S2 here. So here how this circle is going to work. Now let's get to it. We are providing this at a set state that nothing is provided now. Now we provided a nickel coin here. We provided a 5 cent here. We provided further 5 cent here, and after that we provided a more 5 cents here. When we provided a 5 cent here, then it goes to our first state and going to provide us 1 0. Here as you can see I wrote here 1 0. So this represent YZ as 1 0. It is similar functions of this as we explained here, but just the states are different. Here we're showing this here. This is the weight thing that this is the weight thing N bar D bar circuit as state 0 0, that nothing is provided or no operation is doing here. A function or a machine is waiting that we have to provide it some input so it further works. Otherwise it stay here. That if we provide a machine 5 cents and then the machine stop there 0 0 and waiting for us to provide us further coins. At the start it is at ND as no provided is my word. So here let's get to a state table from this circuit diagram. Here as in the circuit I also provided a S3 state as shown, but here only 3 are provided, so it means that we are not going to use this portion here, as this is just a cross that representatives don't care and the things that are not shown properly in the circuit here. And the further at this thing we can see 1 1, as our requirement said that if we are going to provide both input at the same time, then we get a don't care, as machine is not going to work for that. And at 0 0 no coin is inserted so the machine is going to wait here. That represents the N bar and D bar that I am talking about. So further, as I already said that in the milli machine I have 3 states S0, S1 and S2 as I defined here in the encoded form as 0 0, 0 1 and 1 0. This system can be changed like 1 0, 0, 1 0, 0 0, or we can change that, but according to it our state diagram table going to change. So further we just encoded it like if you put this S0 as this thing, this thing, this thing and provided here. And further we are going to get this. Let me show you a crude view at how the state table going to work so we can further explain our circuit diagram. So basically, and this is the basically present state, this is the next state, and this is the output of it here. So what input are we going to provide? Basically our focus is on the nickel when we provided here, here and here thing. As other are not, as other systems we are not going to interested, as this thing 1 1 not allowed, this 1 1 is not allowed, and this 1 1 is not allowed, and the further S3 is not included in our milli machine, so we are not going to interested in this portion too. We are going to interest in this portion, and the further that 0 0 is the weight thing, so it's the at 0 0, there is no change at that thing. So now 0 1 0 1 0 0. In the first system, if you provide a 0 1 here, if you provide Dn, nickel is provided. A nickel is provided here, but it is only 5 cents for us, so no change. Then a further 5 cents is provided, but no change. And the further 5 cents is provided, then it represents Y, so that a candy is received at 5.15 cents. Further, if we talk about the second input, 1 0. If we are going to talk about the second input, like 1 0, at this a 10 cents is provided, so no change. The further 10 cents is provided, it is returned, but in this a coin is also returned here. As we can also see that at the present state here, like if we are going to see this, the present state is 0 0, that no coin, it is empty. So 1 0, only 10 cents, so nothing is provided here. In this thing, if we can see that x is not x, sorry, it is AB, or we can say to the present state that we have only 5 cents here. If we have 5 cents, then the 1 0 are provided here, that 10 cents more are added here, so this is 1 0. And the further it is 10 cents here already in the present state, so we are going to provide this 10 cents more, and so it is total 20 cents, so it's going to return us 5 cents here. This is how this works. If we're going to read this table, then we just going to show that here, that this 0 represent weight, 0 1 represent that it have already 5 cents, and the 1 0 going to represent that it have 10 cents. So this is how this works, and this is the for making our circuit. I have blocked this block diagram according to the state table. We provided the K-map circuits equations, and we implement this circuit. Furthermore, I'm going to just verify this on Proteus 2. I'm going to show you how this thing happens. So this is a vending machine circuit. So basically, let me run it, or first let me define it. What is showing here? Let me show you this whole thing. If I'm going to hide this thing, or if I hide this thing here, then this thing going to represent us our logic memory here. At this D flip-flop, a memory or a thing is stored here, or a function is stored. And the further, if I am going to hide this thing, then this is the output state here. This is the Z, this is the Y, this is the candy, and this is the change here. And if I'm going to hide this portion here, then let me hide it. Then this is the input thing, like D and N are coins are going to enter here, and this going on. As in the milli machine, the input states and the output states from the present state are connected to each other and are related. So that's why its output is connected to this and going to perform as a change here. It is a continuous process, like this system I shown you here. This milli machine system. So let me run for you this circuit. Let me run. So this is running, or I'm going to pause it here like this. Now here a 10 cent is provided, a 10 cent is provided, and a system is just implementing this in this AND gate or gate and further. At A is at 1, at 0. In this we can see that a state is like this. I am providing a 10 cent here, and already at AB a 10 cent is already as provided here. As I shown here that this states means that a thing is already present here, a coin is already present here. So that's why a 10 cent is providing to the machine, a 10 cent is already provided to the machine, and that's why a 20 cents form, so that a change is returning of 5 cents and a candy is getting. Or if I going to show you like that thing, this a 5 cent is provided now. Let me stop this when it is running. This thing. Now a nickel of 5 cent is provided, and the machine is showing that a 10 cent is already provided to it. So 15 plus 5 plus 10 cent is equal to 15. So a candy is returned, but there is no change. Or we can also see that like that. If I'm going to change it here, a 5 cent is provided to the machine, but as no cent is available here, and we are not going to get a candy from 5 cent, we are going to provide it more. So by providing it more like that here. Now 0 1 represents the 5 cents, already have 5 cents, 5 cents plus 5 cents we get 10 cents, but this not enough for us to get a candy here, and now one more 5 cent is going to provide it here. So this 5 cent plus 10 cent, now as in the back 10 cent provided, so 1 0, and now again a 5 cent nickel is provided, so it is here. So this is how a system works. If I am going to provide it here 0 0, then all things are getting ready for you. If 0 0, for the 0 0 nothing happens, cause no coins are inserted, so there is no change and no coin is stored here at a time. The thing worked here for the AB is this D flip-flop that going to store it, and the further it is a clock system here of 1 Hz. So basically this is a small circuit or a small representation of a vending machine that I defined here. Thank you.